So finally, we finally have it, the update. Almost a year, but it's finally here. I know I haven't uploaded something in a long time, but to be honest, I had no ideas and needed new content. But well, this update has tons of content, and as always, I'm here to tell you about it. And yeah, the game right now is closed. It's 5 AM for me, and I'm waiting for it to open. So, let's get to that moment. So, the update is out, and it's called the Late Hit Update. And first thing we can see is that private servers now can have a custom size, which can be up to 100 players. That's crazy. So, since that just happened, now I can show you another new thing, the server browser. Here you can just either play the game as it was before with Classic, or go to other type of servers to play whatever you want. Also no point grinding. Both servers are specifically nerfed for TIOs. Worthy punishment for ruining fun in servers cause it gives points, huh? Also, in the server browser, you can check things such as region, lifetime, the current map, and the players in that server. So, now that I could finally access the game, this one day after the first clips, we can see lots of changes in the interface, along with tags for doing perfect round bosses. And now, time for emotes, because along with the new ones, they got an interesting change. We can finally equip up to 6 emotes at once. When you try to equip a emote, now you have to select a slot, and when you try to emote, you will be able to use any of the 6 slots. Also, by writing hash new, you can search the new stuff directly, but it tends to skip some stuff. Now, here are the new emotes. Also, emotes apparently won't go above 500k now. Some emotes prices have been changed. This also seems to apply to tags. I'm gonna skip tags and go directly to change in settings and admin panel. One of the new things is that now we can get kids directly. The only thing I find worth mentioning here is that the honk interaction here seems to be unique to the kid. For the game settings, we got some new funny modifiers, mainly for the Lehman boss. Tournament time, I guess. And finally, for this section, settings. There are no separated categories which should make finding what you need easier. You can also choose to never be juggernaut now, and there are settings for the new game pass, custom hit sounds. The game pass is easy to understand. You just put the ideas of the sounds you wish to use. Using inappropriate sounds that bypasses moderation is bannable. Well, now let's get to the items. Let's start with Meldes. We first have Amateur Dentist. This item deals 16 damage on all moves at the start, but this changes with teeth. They can randomly be obtained by using moves. They increase health, speed, and damage. You can also taunt by pressing T, which is useless. Next, we have Brutalizer. This item works similar to a Young Kata. It has a 25 damage M1, a deflect which prevents damage, and a dodge that gives iframes, usable only on unfinished deflect. By landing it mid-air, it can crit, dealing 1.5 times damage and ragdolling. Claymore. This item deals 35 damage on anyone, but its ability adds a bomb which on hit explodes, dealing an additional 30 damage on a small area. User takes 10 damage. Midsum style. The N1s are a 4-hit combo. All hit deals 14 damage. The 3 hit launches the target into the air and the 4 hit knocks them back. The Roundhouse ability is a kick that launches the target and deals 42 damage. Sweep deals 15 damage and ragdolls the target. A Stomp can only be used while Sweep is on cooldown. It deals 12 damage normally and 32 if the target is ragdoll. Photon Blades. Equipping this item increases speed by 3. The N1s are swings that deal 20 damage, increase speed by an additional 3 on use, and have 30% chance to deal blade damage. Slicing Dash increases speed by 10, then by an additional 4 shortly after, and deals 25 damage. Heavy Divide deals 35 damage. If it kills a target, it heals 40 HP. Now, for the kill counter, each kill adds 10 max health, 1.8 damage on all attacks, and 1.5 more HP on Heavy Divide heals. Caps at 15. At 8 kills, you get an operator set. Operator set gives 105 max health, 7 speed, 25% defense, and 2 passives which are thrusters and detonation. Thrusters is a double jump like the Doom Slayer Juggernaut one. Operator set can also be granted instantly with Ultra Instinct. Lastly, detonation will activate when receiving a fatal hit, which makes the user explode dealing up to 200 damage. Pipe. This ain't go rework and now has a stamina bar. Each N1 consumes 25% stamina and deals 22 damage. A sprint can be held and gradually consumes stamina giving a 10 speed boost. Using N1 while holding a sprint does a special attack that deals 28.5 damage and ragdolls. User will trash talk on kill. Pirate Cutlass. The N1s are swings that deal 30 damage. The swashbuckling ability makes it swing many times dealing 10 damage per swing, and finishing with a 35 damage attack. Pizza Knife. Holding this item gives 2 speed. It deals 25 damage on N1. If the user takes fatal damage, their health is set to 150. Damage increases to 35 and close change to reference a sprint drop. Player 5. When in your inventory, this item will be named as your user with a 5 at the end. A normal N1 will deal 29.5 damage. Backstabs deal 50.15 damage. Increase speed by 5 on equip. Dealing fatal damage to a target, place a special kill animation. The jump scare ability is a dash which deals up to 77.34 damage depending on how long the dash was. Drivers of Blood. This weapon has a 5-hit combo. The first 4 hits deal 15 damage, and the last hit deals 20 damage. They also fill up the blood meter. The Corpse Pillar ability consumes 1 bar per use. It can be used up to 3 times if landed. It also deals 15 damage per hit and deals 20 damage on the last possible use. Sadly, I couldn't get a clip of that, but apparently consuming blood meter bar fills a bar that deals additional damage to the target. The ability itself doesn't need blood bars to use. Saber. This thing has a 4-hit combo that deals 13 damage on the first 3 hits, and then deals 15 damage on the last hit. The Fisher Dash is also a 3-hit combo of 15, 16 and 20 damage for a total of 51 damage. Heavy Slash can hit twice, dealing 20 damage per hit.
Swing around!
This sign deals 8 damage per stab, but this increased by 20 for a total of 28 with the poison and bleed it applies. The Rage Warrior ability gives 7 speed and makes swing faster. The effect can be extended by hitting targets. Voice Acted Sword. 10 ones on this deal 20 damage. Fire Palm deals 20 damage along with 16 burn damage. Fireblade deals 35 damage along with 8 burn damage. It has many voice line variants. A7. This is a range that deals from 10 to 14 damage per shot. It can be auto-fired. Firing it a lot will make it overheat, adding burn to the bullets and causing a small hitbox around the user. Arson. This item was reworked into normal ranged. To be able to use it, you must use Shake, which will give 20% fuel. Damage was from 8 to around 12 and scaleless on 4 remaining. Cleanse and Repent. This item deals between 7 to 15 damage with fall off per hit and deals 1.5 times damage to unholy enemies. This has a assault mechanic that saves you from fatal attacks and gives you 80% of your HP back. There is a 20% chance to get assault from a kill. Femme Fatale. This item deals 9 to 10 damage per shot and deals 4 times damage on headshot. Also heals 25 HP on headshot. iPhone. This is a trouble item that deals 10 damage on hit. The shining area around it deals sticks of 7 damage to enemies and repels them. Igniter. This shoots an explosive that deals from 35 damage to a minimum of 20 damage with the explosion. It also deals full self-damage. Kitchen Gun. This item deals 35 damage per shot. The Toilet Grenade ability deals a maximum of 65 damage depending on how close the target is. Pirate Cannon. This item throws cannonballs that deal from 10 to 45 damage. They recharge over time. This item also has a synergy with Pirate Cutlass which makes it able to shoot a spiky cannonball with Breaking Ball ability. Polish Artillery. Firing this item will deal tons of damage and will throw a lot of random trash. The damage depends on the trash type, but the values are as hits 12, 18 and 27. Sharpened Rebar. This item throws a spear on anyone. The spear deals 80 damage normally, but deals 160 if headshot. After using it, there will be a cooldown that can be skipped by picking up the spear. The rock ability just throws a rock, which deals 15 damage and ragdolls. Stain Gun. This is the perfect run item for contamination. Works similar to Moscow. It has damage fall off. I don't have the stat values, but the lowest damage I could find was 5.3 and I guess was 10 on body shot and 12 on headshot. Texas. This item shoots a big projectile that deals 30 damage and enters a short cooldown. The Echo ability makes it quickly shoot 5 projectiles which deal 25 damage instead. Toy Gear Gun. This range normally deals 14.5 damage, but bullets can get many different effects like ricochets which can make the damage vary a lot. Color has no effect and depends on when you shoot. Pub Anatomizer. This item shoots a projectile which on collision creates a small area that deals 10 damage, knockbacks and briefly ragdolls. The projectile itself deals no damage. It also deals full self-damage. Wake Up Call. This item is a hit scan that deals from 25 to 50 damage with fall off. It also has an additional close range hitbox that deals 25 damage and knockbacks. Can stack with the hit scan for a total of 75. Blurs screen on use. Jam Beater. This is a shotgun with a single shot. It deals around 4 to 7 damage with fall off per pellet, with around 12 pellets. Worth mentioning that I got this data from the wiki as I couldn't test it myself properly. Your keyboard. Using design will throw the keyboard itself, which on hit deals 26 damage and drops on keys. The keys deal 7 damage on contact. Adds kick. Clicking a target that is close enough will move the user towards the target and deliver a kick that deals 35 damage, along with a sonnet that deals 25 damage to people including the main target in need. Blueprint. Using design will duplicate your last held item. This can be blueprint itself if you have 2 of them, or even special items. Bugle. Using design when it's fully charged places a space where shortly after many horses will start running on. They deal 20 damage each. Fan. Placing design will repel entities on the direction it is facing. The user can pick it up to get it back. Man too angry to die. Using design will set your max HP to 35, add 19 walk speed, and 1 times extra damage. Taking fatal hits will slow you for a moment, heal you back to 35 and reduce attack by 0.1 times. It lasts around 15 seconds. When it does, both of the stats will go back to normal. HP will stay at 35. Mini Medkit. Using design will heal you by 25 HP. The draw ability heals allies by 45 HP if it lands on them. Parcels on fire. Design heals the user for 14 HP. First use will burn the user for 4 damage. Next use during that life after the first one. Rotund Horse. Using design will summon a horse that walks around and deals 25 damage to anything it hits, including the user. You can ride the horse but can't control it. Skull Gun. This is a hit gun that deals around 3 to 7 damage with fall off. It will only start reloading once it's fully used. Sonic Screwdriver. If you click a target that is holding an item, animation will play and will make the target unable to use that item for 10 seconds on successful use. Space Sandwich. This one heals the user by 25 HP, increases max HP by 10, and boosts jump power by 5 each use. It also equips an alien bundle. Spin down dice. Using this one will reduce your item's ID by 1. If an item ID is 0, it will just disappear. There are some exceptions and the wiki page for this has a list of IDs. The Rod. This one has fully passive effects. It gives 1.5 times damage that decays until it reaches 0.75 times damage. It grants from 2 to 7 dodges and enters a cooldown when they are consumed. After a certain time, it will only grant a single dodge before the cooldown, and it seems impossible to have more than one of these items. Unnecessary backflip. This plays an animation that gives you iframes. Yankee with no brim. Increases max HP by 25. Boomba. It is a Roomba that carries a bomb and will explode in contact with a target. The user is immune to the explosion. It is a secret item with a low change from Fortnite card. Now, for admin items, we start with Brew Mobile, and needs whatever this is. Helicopter. This seems to be the helicopter emote with absurd speed. It also is boogie. Jump Scare.
Whoa!
And one of the most awaited things for this update, they added 500 items.
And yes, I'm giving it away. Remember, share.
They also added an NPC Summoner, which also has some exclusive NPCs. They forgot to remove Hero Brand. And lastly, Config Range. This is a wall system to modify items. Some are missing, but you can test and modify some yourself. Well, now it's time for the these were all the new lobbies. Now it's time for the maps. Now, 3 new bosses have been added to the game, but 2 of them seem to be private server only. Anyways, I'm gonna show them. Now, we got a new Juggernaut, the Heuristic General. I don't play as Juggernaut a lot, so I might just do a quick show of its abilities.